Hey guys, Cornell Jermaine here. Listen, I just wanted to stop by because I know a lot of us are online. We're buying Amazon, we're buying eBay. I don't even know if anybody shops on eBay anymore, but all kind of stuff. We're using our credit cards, shopping online. We're not able to go out like we used to. And online shopping is huge. But I want to make you aware of something because there are hackers and thieves, as Prince say, in the temple. and they are really becoming very, very crafty with how they're getting people's information. So I went to the gas station the other day and went to swipe, and it said decline. I'm like, okay, now anybody know, especially in my community, you swipe your card and you say decline. That's almost like calling somebody out their name. You know what I mean? Especially, particularly when you know you got the money on in there. You know what I mean? So I went, got in the car, checked my app, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, what is going on? So I went, I said, well, maybe the car is dirty or something, maybe the reader, swiped it again. I said, well, maybe it's the reader. So I went to another gas station, went inside, because I said, well, maybe it's the reader. Sometimes I'm making up stories as to why this thing is. I'm like, I know I got money in my account. Went to the hand of the thing, said decline. I'm like, okay, what's going on? So when I got the opportunity, I called my bank and I'm like, listen, my card is being declined. What's going on? And they said, well, have you had any fraudulent transactions or anything recently? I said, no, nothing that I'm aware of, She said, well, let me look. And she went in, did her little thing. She said, well, it looks like your card was placed on was placed on a hold or discontinued or something to that effect where you can't use it because there was a potential transaction that tried to come from Paris. Not Chicago, not LA, not Louisiana, Paris. I said, well, yeah, that wasn't me. I wish I was in Paris. So they caught it, of course, the transaction. She told me the amount they were trying to go for, and it just, I guess, looked strange to them. So they blocked it, shut the card down. Thank God. And I said, and I thought about it, and I said, you know what? I just got recently a email from PayPal, and she said, you know what did that email say? And I told her, I said, well, it said something about the email looked like it was coming from the company telling me that you need to change your password because there has been possible fraudulent, etc., etc. She said that's how they're getting people. And she said what happens is if you go back to that email, you look at the subject line and it's coming from strange email, and they provide a link in there and it looks very official, letterheads, everything. It looks so official that it could trick the average person. She said, I am in the industry and it has almost tricked me because it looks that official. But one thing you can do to see and verify if it's really PayPal or Amazon or Google or whoever you're dealing with telling you need your to change your passwords is the subject line, not the subject line, but the email that is from will come from a google.com or will come from a paypal.com or amazon.com. She said that's the first thing. But she said even further, she said if you ever get an email like that from any institution that you do business with, she said don't click the link. Just go straight to your account and make the adjustments there, because what happens is in the email they'll say, hey, you need to change your password, click the link below. And when you click that link in the email, that's how they get access to your whatever, and they're able to somehow get into your accounts and get into your business. So I'm just saying, well, let me share that because I said this is news to me. As soon as I got off the phone with her, I went and told some of my family, and I say if you get an email from, because a lot of people are buying online, especially our older people that are not familiar with this technology, they just getting into it, they excited, ooh, they can go to Amazon and buy something and get it at their door the next day. I know so many who are loving that experience because it gives them the freedom to feel like they can still do something, you know what I mean? But they have to be wise. So if you're in that category where you're not familiar with the fact that things can be hacked and people can get into your information just by you clicking a simple link that is supposed to be protecting you because it says, hey, your email is you need to change your password. Somebody trying to get into your account, it looks like they might be able to breach it. Change it soon, whatever. And you like, well, let me do that, and it's the actual hacker or the thief or the thug or the whatever, trying to get into your stuff, and that's how they access it. So listen, just be careful out here. My suggestion is to use a card that is strictly for online. I suggest a credit card because it is easier if you have a fraudulent transaction to get things resolved with a credit card, Visa, MasterCard, Discovery, American Express, Citi Card, etc., than to get it resolved with your bank, because the bank has to go through a whole different processes, and it takes a little longer to get things resolved when it comes to fraudulent things with your bank. But usually credit cards, you can call immediately, say, hey, this isn't right. They'll shut it down, refund your monies, and get you a new card, sometimes all in the same day. So I just say that, I'm going on a tangent, but I just really wanted you to be aware, because it's really the culture we're in right now, and we are all vulnerable to that. So just want you to be careful if you get any emails from any institutions that you deal with. Obviously, if you're buying on Amazon, you're going to be aware if they call and say, hey, or they email you and say, hey, you need to change your password. That's going to alert you, because, hey, I do business with them all the time, so I'm going to pay attention to that. Well, pay attention to it, but don't pay attention and act in the email. Pay attention and go to your account, or just simply call into Amazon and see if there's been anything, and then go straight to your actual account with that company and make your changes of the passwords there. That's my rant for the day. I just had to share that with y'all, because I know that's something that we all can be susceptible to, and I don't want y'all to get taken. I'm just so glad that they caught that account from Paris, France, y'all. Like y'all, Paris. Like, oh my God. Like, anyway, so that's my spiel for the day. Be cautious, stay safe, and continue to be well. God bless.